What's going on, guys? It's George from Wireless That Works, and in this video we're going to discuss different types of antennas, antenna placement, and antenna distribution, and how important that is. So the first type of antenna that we offer is known as the DFIN. Comes from our friends at RF Venue, and it's great because this single antenna can handle up to 16 channels of wireless. Same with the spotlight antenna, but we'll touch on that again in a few minutes. Now, there's two ways to mount this. We'll provide you with a desktop microphone stand and a quick connect clip. So you can clip it on there, you'll push in the little button and it'll click in. And then the other way to mount it is with this gooseneck, which is flexible, that we'll also provide. And you can take and screw that right onto the side of your rack, stand up just like this, or you can mount that anywhere the clamp will fit around. Now, this is a cardioid antenna, meaning it's directional. However, it's a 4-axis antenna as well, because we'll provide you with these rabbit ears, as we call them, that'll go on the side, and you'll want to keep these out, and you'll want to have this facing your stage. And then, if you wanted to mount it like this, you can clip it on there just like that. Alright, and the other type of antenna that we provide is a newer type of antenna that you don't see much. It's called the Spotlight, also from our friends at RF Venue. And this antenna is great for locations where you have a very dense RF environment. And what I mean by that is a place where there's probably a lot of other people besides you using radio frequency devices. So this is designed to minimize interference because it's such a close proximity antenna. And it's very useful in big cities. Maybe if you're in New York in a Broadway theater, you'd want to use one of these because everybody else in New York is using RF devices, whether it's wireless mics, walkie-talkies, things like that that can interfere. And the way you do this, you just slap this down wherever you like. We recommend downstage center. You can throw a rug over it. You can walk on it. You're not going to hurt it. And then you just take this cable, and we'll give you extension cables, of course. You just take one of the 25-footers that we give you, plug it in, and then plug it in on the rack. And now this is only one. The DFIN will have 2 cables coming out of it. And so all you do with the antenna B is just grab a rabbit ear and click it on there. And then you are ready to go. Now, finally, I'd just like to touch the tip of the iceberg on antenna distribution and why we think it's so important. Now, let's say you have 4, 8, 12, 16 or more wireless microphones in your show. Now, think about how clogged the invisible RF environment in the air is going to be if you had 16 or even more individual antennas looking for wireless microphone signals. That's just asking for problems, right? Now, the way that we get around that is called antenna distribution. Now, all of our racks come standard with that, and all of our racks are scalable up to 4 racks, so 16 microphones on one antenna. So what that does is it takes the antenna outputs from the receivers themselves in there, and it compiles them into one, so we can now drive 4 up to 16 microphones with a single antenna. So now all of your signal coming from your transmitters, your packs, your handhelds, what have you, is going directly to one antenna rather than going to 16 different antennas and only one is actually using the signal. So that'll help you a lot with interference, intermodulation. It'll keep your RF a lot cleaner and slicker. And we just think that antenna distribution is essential to any show using any amount of wireless microphones rather than not having it. Alright, so we'd also like to show you a little bit about how to daisy chain or link your racks together should you need to use more than 4 mics, more than a single rack on one antenna. So these 2 cables are coming from one of our DFIN antennas, and like I said, it can handle up to 16, so here's what we'll do. We'll plug it in like normal into antenna A and antenna B, and then we're going to grab these shorty antenna cables that we'll provide, and we're just going to go out A and out B to input A, or antenna A, input B on the next rack. And we can continue doing that up to 2 more times to get 4 racks, 16 microphone systems on one single antenna. All right, and that was antennas, how to use them, and the importance of antenna distribution. So you can go to all of your friends using rabbit ears on their wireless mic receivers and tell them they need to get antenna distribution. It'll help them a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic show, and we'll see you next time.